My dad is one of my heroes, and he is probably a lot of other people's heroes too. Can you guess why? My dad was a volunteer firefighter and an EMT who helped a lot of people. I bet some of you know what firefighters do, but you may be wondering what an EMT is. Luckily, my dad is here to explain it to us and even tell us some of his most exciting stories.
The letters EMT stand for Emergency Medical Technician. And an EMT is someone who is trained on taking care of people as a first responder. People who have been hurt or got sick and need help before they can get to the doctor or to the hospital. Sometimes firefighters are also EMTs because a lot of times the fire truck will get to a sick person or an accident before an ambulance. I have always liked medical things, and even as a child, I used to pretend I was a doctor and I would do surgery on my teddy bears. So I've always been interested in medical stuff. When I became an adult, I wanted to take a first aid class, and I did. I took a first aid class with American Red Cross. I learned about people called EMTs, and I was very impressed by what the EMTs did, and I wanted to become one. After I graduated from EMT school, I joined a local volunteer fire department and became a firefighter as well as an EMT. Structure fires are not too common, but they do happen from time to time. Uh, there was one weekend when my fire department had 3 structure fires right in a row. And one was a house fire where a chimney started a fire inside the walls of the house, and we had to rip open the walls and squirt the water inside to put the fire out. For me, the most fun part of going to work on a fire is squirting the water through the fire hose. And one end of the fire hose is hooked to the fire truck, the pumper, and it pumps water through the hose, and at the other end where the firefighter holds the hose is the nozzle, and there's a valve that you pull to put more or less water, and then there's a nozzle that you turn to make the water stream either narrow or wide. It's harder than it looks, and the pressure is high, and it could even lift you off the ground. Getting to drive a fire truck is a whole lot of fun. It's big, it's loud, it's got sirens and foghorns and flashing lights, and people look at you and get out of your way when you're driving down the street. It's really exciting. Sometimes when people are having a heart attack, they will get sick to their stomach, and whatever they ate for lunch will come back up. This gets very messy when you're doing CPR on the person and they are throwing up their dinner back all over you. One time that happened to me with some macaroni and cheese, and ever since that day, I've never been able to eat macaroni and cheese. The hardest part about the job is definitely when you see someone die who shouldn't have died, when they were in an accident and they didn't wear their seatbelt and they were very injured very badly, and you know that they will have problems for the rest of their life. It brings me a lot of joy and satisfaction to be able to help people to feel better.